Some very good news, ladies. That front tuck, that side tuck, to tuck or not to tuck, we can forget that because the current trend is shorter cropped shirts where you're not going to tuck those in. So if you've never liked the half tuck or the front tuck, embrace this looser vibe of shirt that we've now got here. More sort of flowing, wider, just sitting there, attractive length, even cover over an elasticated waist. What's not to love? So this is new in my wardrobe. It's Uniqlo, and coming up to autumn is going to be the ideal time to wear it. And then not only can we wear it as a shirt, we can actually wear it as a jacket because it's quite a thick cotton. So we could put a ribbed or a vest or a t-shirt underneath, have it undone. Because of the shape of it, it's a lightweight jacket as well. So that's absolutely perfect. It's part of the J.W. Anderson collection at Uniqlo, so be really, really quick. I have shown this in other videos before and you have been buying it. So I know that it's already popular with you. It's got a tiny little JWA emblem on the side, which I think is really, gives it some really chic styling as well. I've got this in another colour too. The striped one. Lovely beige and ivory stripe. Now, these don't hang around for long. They never do with the collaborations the brands bring out, the online stores bring out. So, Uniqlo's collaboration with J.W. Anderson, be really, really quick. This does come in other colours as well. There's a lighter blue than the one I was wearing. There's also whites. There's other versions of the striped. So, I think there's about 8 colours, neutrals. I think of the blue as a neutral, to be honest, as well. So, have a good look, but be very, very quick. I will, of course, list it in the description box. Now, in order to look modern, I do think it's important each season to actually study and understand what the silhouette of the season is going to be. There's not always going to be one silhouette. So this year, I was going to an influencer event last week, and so I made sure I was wearing the silhouette of the season. So I went for a wide leg pair of trousers and a puffed sleeved blouse. When I say get yourself some modern trousers, modern jeans to wear, there's not going to be just one cut. It could be barrel, it could be wide leg, it could be the slim straight or just straight. Puff sleeve blouse are really one of the things at the moment, and they're also, like the shirts I was showing earlier on, they're cropped. You're going to have them hanging out. You're not necessarily going to tuck them in, although being more of a blouse rather than a thick shirt, this one I can tuck in because it's a thinner cotton. Very key to this coming season is these little neck scarves, and I really am seeing them everywhere. I'm seeing them in physical stores now as well, and they're so cute, and it's such a cheap way of adding something modern to your wardrobe. They'll go so well with t-shirts, with sweaters. It's going to be so interesting to see how they're being worn as the season goes on and clothes get thicker and warmer and bulkier, and we've got jackets and so on. But for the moment, they're looking great with t-shirts. And then maybe a denim jacket over the top. So I picked this one up in Oliver Bonus. I was actually in the store and picked it up there in a lovely sort of chambray denim blue colour. I'll link it below because if your colouring's like me as we get older and greyer, you know, this might be a colour for you. Near our face, it's important to have the right colour. So when I saw it, I thought, that's my blue. I had to have it. You know, they're not expensive, £12, something like that. But then I went into Marks and Spencer's. I saw they had little neck scarves as well. So I've picked up one in this espresso brown. It's also a brown that is in my colour palette. I know this is about me, but still that's in my colour palette. So really pleased with that. I think that also is about £12. That's my collection of little neck scarves. I'm there now. I've done it. I've got my neck scarves for the season. I will be on that trend. Now, another item I picked up recently was this ribbed cos vest. It's not too skinny. It's not as skinny as the one I bought last year, but I loved the one I bought last year so much I had to get an extra one, so I did that this year. And so this as well I will list below, but I also bought for myself with the intention of maybe wearing it on holiday is a linen shirt from Marks and Spencer's. Now I thought the scoop neck, slightly scoop neck here, the collar there, that's a non-competing area of collarism going on here, and this is a long shirt that I could then wear with shorts over the top of brown shorts with the skinny top, keeps the sun off me, it's a bit of warmth if it's cool as well. It's just lightweight for going away. Right, so back to this cos ribbed vest and silhouette. This is silhouette I think we're going to see in the autumn. We're going to see these little neckties, we're going to see crew neck vests or t-shirts, and we're going to see these collarless suede or suede jackets. So get yourself sorted on that front, then you can wear it with the jeans that you love. A friend of mine bought some yoga tops, they're called, from Amazon own brand. I think they're Amazon own brand anyway. I was admiring them. They look really comfortable. So this is what this is. So if the ribbed one from COS that I was showing just now is just too tight, it's not going to suit your figure, then have a look at these from Amazon. And look, see, you know, there's no big armhole there. It's a lot more looser, more comfortable, but it's still the way it hangs. It gives you a sleek, draping, skimming look. So this is the yoga top, as they call it, in this raspberry pink. Beautiful, isn't it? Obviously, I will link them for you in the description box. Footwear. I got some New Balance trainers. And they are called New Balance. These are New Balance. So they're new, but New Balance. And I absolutely love them. So comfortable. And they've aerated, the ones I've got anyway. I don't know if they all are. My daughters are incredibly jealous. One's got New Balance, the other one wants a New Balance, and the one that's got some wants another pair. And she was out with me the other day and having a really good look. In the cafe, I had to put my leg right up, not on the table, but leg right up so she could have a really good look. And she was looking underneath and at the sides and really jealous of the fact that I had some lovely white New Balances. But for the autumn and spring type seasons, aerated, so you're not going to get over hot in trainers. Then I finally got myself some Adidas. My first Adidas, can you believe that? My first Adidas trainers. I'm still on the lookout for purple ones, but in the meantime, you can see I love this colour. A scarf in this colour, a blouse in this colour, or shirt in this colour. Now I have got the trainers, and so I will link these. These are Adidas Tokyos, and from looking at the label, the emblems, the upper, and here is suede, the tongue suede, this is suede, and that's plastic. So these have got room because of the fact they are leather, if I'm reading the label right. They will stretch and be comfortable. They're comfortable already. I have worn them out. I didn't need to wear socks with them, and that comes up just below, you know where heels rub on your heel? This comes up below that. So they're more comfortable. You can see that's not as deep. So yeah, having tried these, I'm definitely going to be on the lookout for the SL somethings I mentioned in the previous video in the purple. I really want those. But in the meantime, isn't that gorgeous colour? You must get these before they run out because these have been around for a while. We really do need to get into trainers. I don't mean get into trainers and wear them, but get into trainers. We might be coming late to the party, you know, on this. But coloured trainers are going to be on trend this autumn and winter, and it's going to go on for a few years, I believe, which is why I think, you know, it's worth getting a little fun collection of colours and just looking modern with those. It's another way of looking modern. Right, so what else? Do you know what? Underwear. A few years ago, many years ago, I put on Instagram, does anybody know any really good undies that no VPL? And a lot of people replied to my comment, my question, saying go to Stripe and Stare. So I have been wearing Stripe and Stare undies for a long time. Well, Stripe and Stare have actually sent me some, not sponsored, but have sent me some of their new range. It's a neutral collection. I also got some in pink, and they've also got some lovely lime green ones. Isn't that lovely? It's the new range, lace, that's the back of it. So they're pretty, aren't they? Because they're lacy. But you can see how there's going to be no VPL because there's no elastic around there and at the front. And that's generally the way, or not tight elastic, you know. So that's how they achieve it, I believe. You know, I believe. I'm not the manufacturer. But I can say I have been wearing them for a while. I remember I had a set that had little cactuses on and avocados and so on. I always, you know, I liked the patterns and the pictures they put pictures on. But if I, in front of you, open this pack of neutrals, we can see what these look like. So let's get out a pair of beige ones, and yes, that's the rear. So it's the same as the green ones, the lime green ones. We've got lots of lace at the back, so they're pretty, as well as being functional. There are other shapes as well. You know, this is just the shape that I like and the size I like. But I also picked up for the first time from them a bra, and I went for the lime, so I had a matching set. Not that anyone's really going to see it. You know, I don't think even my husband's going to see it, to be honest. But I picked myself up a little matching set. Then if I'm wearing it, I know I'm wearing it. Because who do we dress for these days? It's for us. It's not for anyone out there, is it? It's for us. So we feel good where we're going. Yeah. Anyway, yes, so I would say perhaps size up a bit. What I find, if you're quite big, there's a bit of spillage at the side, and that might be a concern for you, but at the same time, also, depending on what you're wearing, that matters. If you're wearing a shirt, that's not going to matter, but if you're wearing a tight t-shirt, that is. So, you know, it's how you're going to wear it. You know, with me, I'd wear it under something looser. It's good around the front, lots of good coverage at the front, no seam or edging showing through clothing. Really pleased with that. And then to show you, for years I have been using aluminium-free deodorant, and I have been using more recently Wild, and they have sent me some more to show you, and I thought it was worth showing you how it works. Now there's a canister. It's very economical, and it's also environmentally friendly because you've got the canister which you then get the refills for. Now to refill it when it's finished, by the time you've finished it, you've wound this all the way up. Now you just unwind it back to the starting point. You press inside buttons, and then from there you pop on a new deodorant stick. So if I go for strawberry and cream, which is beautiful, you need to have smelly vision YouTube to be able to smell it. Take the cover off and you just pop that on there. It pushes up a little bit, that gets you started. Pop that back on again and you're done. There you go, you're ready to go. I have been really enjoying the Pixie makeup that they've sent me. I'll show it to you again. They sent me, I mean, Pixie you can get everywhere, can't you? It's not expensive. Petra blush stick. It is so user friendly to use. You know, I just put it on here and here, and it's easy to carry around in a bag because of the flat shape of it. I am using the highlighter a lot, and I have not used highlighter for years. So it's so easy to use. Swipe, 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 and then there's a bronzer. Now the bronzer they sent me doesn't really show that much on my skin, but that's probably a good thing because we don't want it to be loud and obvious you've got a bronzer on. So there's also a On The Glow bronzer. I have been absolutely loving the Merit Dune stick. In June this summer, I've got linen for the winter period, but I have been swiping the Dune stick. I've shown it in other videos how to use Merit, and you just swipe it on. It's a foundation stick, and then get a brush and rub, you know, buff it in. It's incredibly natural looking. The foundation I've been using and loving this summer has been the SPF 50 from Merit, and again it's been absolutely totally natural looking on my face. It's been a joy to use, so definitely be using that again next summer. Then also Pixie sent me a setting spray, which again is a joy to use. So once you've got all this sort of maybe cream blushes on and highlighters and so on, I feel like I want to set it. So I've been setting my makeup with the Pixie spraying this at a distance across my face, the Pixie Fixing Makeup Mist, and that has kept the cream makeup in place. And what you're going to want to look at next is the autumn fashion trends I absolutely am not going to wear. I would have to have a major personality change to change my mind later on in the season, and that video is here.